Here we go. Yeah. I've got two different exhaust systems in my hands here. Here's the stock exhaust from Honda. Here I've got a Takegawa Sport Exhaust. If you build up a bike that's designed for an exhaust like that, what happens when you throw the stock exhaust back on? Is it really worth the $300+ for one of these things? We're gonna find out today. So the big question I have is, should I switch out my riding boots for socks and sandals? You better believe it, proper footwear is always the most important thing. All the gear, all of the time. Here's the removed Takagawa Sport Exhaust, and here's the original exhaust put back on without the shielding. It's gonna be a hot ride. It's kind of my warm-up ride before I switch over to the stock exhaust. You can see these Kentucky roads are really quite awesome. They're pretty narrow, but gorgeous, gorgeous scenery. And absolutely outstanding for motorcycles. A lot of blind corners, so you have to watch out for deer and other wildlife, but it's totally worth the ride. Got my son with me today. He's kind of enjoying the ride back behind me. These are really the ideal type of roads for this type of a motorcycle. Now that it's 164cc, get around just fine. Third or fourth gear is really what you need. Bigger motorcycle just wouldn't be much fun on these roads. You'd be first or second gear instead of third or fourth gear on this thing. Backcountry roads, gorgeous in Kentucky. This is with the Takagawa Sport Exhaust. Already in third gear, 8,000 RPM. Switching it over to fourth gear, full throttle. Already at 56 miles per hour, 58 now. See how fast we get, and then we'll compare it against the stock exhaust. Really excited about this test. This Takagawa Sport Exhaust is pretty nice, except on closed throttle, you create a bit of vacuum, and that pop that it has when you're closed throttle, decreasing or decelerating, it kind of makes quite a racket. So we'll see if there's a big difference here. I'm coming up on my sign right now, 60 miles an hour, thereabouts. We'll look at GPS, 61. That's the max speed right there, from what I can tell. Go back the other way, get into the recording, then we'll swap out exhaust. That'll be a lot of fun, just to see, you know, does it really make a difference? I know everyone says it does. Nothing like a real test, real world test to see if this thing's gonna work. I do have the oil temperature up. It's 247 degrees. Starting in the other direction. Here we go up the hill. Again, maximum throttle. Third gear, 8,000 RPM. Fourth gear, full throttle. 7,000 RPM, 55 miles per hour. 56 miles an hour now. Heading up, 59. See how hot we get, how fast we get as we cross an exit here, which is my marker for the uphill section. Going right along. Here we go. And right now, right around 61 miles per hour. Go ahead and pull it back down. Go in for that stock exhaust swap. I now have the stock exhaust back on here. It's amazing how much quieter that stock exhaust is compared to the Takagawa unit. Big thing that we need to see is whether that top speed is severely affected. I can definitely feel the power drop in the mid-range. You can see I'm already up to 54 miles an hour. I think I topped out right around 61 miles an hour coming down this slight grade with the Takagawa Sport Exhaust. So stock versus sport, that's really where we're at. 7,000 RPM, 55 miles an hour. Our temperature is running right around 253 degrees Fahrenheit, which is almost exactly the same. I think we were at 250. And the temperature outside is right at 80 degrees Fahrenheit, coming up on my sign right now. In 3, 2, 1, now, 57 miles per hour. We're gonna slow down here and start heading up the other way. See what that comes up with. So it looks like about a 4 mile per hour difference between the stock exhaust and the sport exhaust. All right, here we go. That was a kind of a bad upshift there. Didn't like that one. All right, we're at 51 miles per hour now, 4th gear, wide open throttle. Just touched 7,000 RPM. .58 miles per hour. .59 miles per hour. 58. Okay, coming right at my point where I mark it in about 3, 2, 1, now. 59 miles per hour. We'll see what the actual thing reads as GPS. So that looks about like a 2 mile per hour difference right there. Thank you for watching. I had a lot of fun putting together this video. I'm pretty set on that Takagawa Sport Exhaust at this point in time. Although the stock exhaust did a pretty decent job, you're still losing up to 4 to 5 or 6 miles per hour depending on what you're doing. Definitely lose a lot of the mid-range power that the Sport Exhaust from Takagawa gives. And that's a problem. I saw that GPS said that we were at the 53 mile per hour mark on the freeway. That's totally unacceptable. So, hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this type of content, please subscribe. I'll see you next time.